Hotep. Man, hopefully I can get it in. I'm gonna get it in brief on this one. I just dropped the podcast earlier, you feel me, on anchor.fm dash blazing dash amazing. You know, go on there, man, and check that out if you hadn't already listened to my first segment, you know, the introduction to global warming. And this time I'm jumping right into the climate change, climate shift. I'm going right into what's going on right now, what's going on globally. I'm digging in. I'm in the building. I get busy. Fuck all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I just like to come through, drop that real, drop that facts. Starting off my pages right now with the global warming and climate change, because I feel that's what's needed. The news that's needed to be spread. You know what's going on around the globe, around the planet. You know, it's getting ugly. And we gonna, I just dropped the podcast, as I said, that was just, voiceover. So just as I did with the last one, I usually try to drop something so y'all can get to see some pictures and get to see what I'm talking about. So since, I ain't had the time and have all the pictures I needed, I said, shit, let me go with a video, showing me so we can kick it and vibe a little bit. And I'll just, play a little, a couple little things, couple little pieces so y'all can hear a few things, what's going on. And some of these, if you go listen to the podcast, please, share that. Definitely subscribe, hit the like, and share this definitely. You're going to get to hear some of them same people that I'm mentioning in the podcast talk, and I'll let you know what's going on. You dig? So we're gonna get into a little clippy clip.
Americans have been building homes as close to the water as possible. People who can afford it are willing to pay more for the beauty and tranquility of the ocean. But climate change is putting the future of that property at risk. The planet has warmed 1 degree Celsius in the last 30 years, and sea levels are now rising at alarming rates.
So I'm gonna show Pete, give y'all some visual, like I said.
Is that there's more water since the land-based ice is melting, and also as water gets hotter, it expands. So we've seen over 8 inches of sea level rise in the last 100 years.
A new study by the Union of Concerned Scientists is looking at the real cost of chronic inundation, which is flooding that happens at least 26 times a year.
So by the year 2045, so less time than it would take to pay off a mortgage if someone bought a home today, there are
Yeah, see, and they say that they spread it out like that. Fuck all that spreading it out. It's happening now. Like, we ain't got to all them years. It's either we get together on a global wave to, help transition, or shit, it's going down. And when it do go down, it ain't gonna be because somebody push some buttons or none of that other shit, or especially with that heart. Oh yeah, that's the only thing. I don't do the debate. I don't care what you got going on, how you feel. You know what I mean? If it's wrong, the facts is wrong, look it up and let me know. Or hit me and let me know. But as far as it comes to them heart cats, that's the only thing. Bring me one of them and bring me the people that's up there that's controlling the sea level going up and down. And driving agricultures on why they have to try to find out how they gonna feed and giving us all this bull crap to eating the fake food that's going on and things that's happening with that. Australia burning, you know what I mean? The droughts, man, come on, you feel me?
Over 300,000 properties throughout the lower 48 that would be experiencing chronic inundation. That number jumps to 2.4 million by the year 2100. Those 2.4 million properties
does not want to let go of the businesses. The rich want to stay rich and they want to keep it going by not knowing what they doing.
According to today's values, are worth over $1 trillion. And Florida is a state that is most at risk for chronic inundation and the impacts of sea level rise in the lower 48. We actually
real. You feel me? We gonna peep. I got one more we're gonna peep into while I'm doing this little, briefing and just trying to show y'all some visuals of what I was saying on the podcast before I start to dig in. While this, I'm just, getting busy a little bit. I'm just showing y'all how crazy it is. You feel me? Just how I got the throw out. You know what I mean? Crazy how it's wild out here. I'm rocket wild. You heard? You feel me? But one right here that get to mention, and you get to hear some of the people I was talking about on the podcast.
Here in Southeast Florida, we are one of the most sea level rise vulnerable places on the earth.
1.5 feet sea level rise by the end of the century.
You peep that? South Florida rising seas. South Florida rising seas. You peep that right there, going in. Watch when I really get in. When I start dropping them joints. I'm just waiting for some of you, some of you hard cats and some of you other cats to come out. Y'all gonna come out, and then I'm gonna start crushing you. Feel me?
I want to go over here to Joe Tomato's dock and see if the lower dock, it looks like it's gone.
I've lived in Florida my whole life. I'm actually a native. And more importantly, I've been on Miami Beach for like 55 years.
Hey, I'm gonna give y'all some visuals. Like they tell me, they down there doing it. They out there.
And he knows that this was a deer that made this or scratched this tree, and he sees a twig broken. Well, that, as a captain, making my living.
10 years ago, boy, cats used to look at me like I'm crazy. If they was like, yeah, all right, you talking some wild, you out your mind. Yeah, I'm out my mind, all right. Yeah, we see what's going down. People out Australia. People out them other spots. Them islands that's going underwater and people moving to other people's land. And now we gotta, really come together. Now we're trying to get a global peace thing going on, because now cats saying that, yeah, it's getting real. It's getting real. You feel me? It's gonna continue to get that way. Watch.
Fishing, that is what I do. So it starts out as survival, but if you look at it long enough, and I've had enough time to look at it, you can see small changes turn into big changes over a period of time. It's almost like watching slow motion from one end to the other, and you finally get to that end, and you can see what happened over a long period of time. In Miami, everyone can see this now. If you've been here, yesterday, and if you're here today, and you go to West Avenue on my...
If you see the thing, even if you following some type of global warming climate shift, you see the thing with Venice, and then you see the denials like, oh, this happened before. Everything happened before or twice, you know what I mean? So, but forget all that. Just how South Florida is, and just showing the flooding. Now look at the parts of Italy. Go on to those and when you find those facts, then comment and let me know about the parts in the cities where the sea level is rising, where they got to walk through about half the years while they shopping, water on their feet, splashing their feet.
Beach, you're going to see water coming out of Biscayne Bay, up the storm sewers, and onto the streets until it's about a foot deep. And that's not fresh water, that's salt water. There's no rain, there's not a cloud in the sky. Everyone can see that. Some people go, oh, we broke a sewer main, or a water main broke.
Now see how they talking about the salt water with, the sea levels on our way where we at is getting warmer, it's heating up, so the storms are getting heavier. You getting them category 5s, you getting them storms that's flattened and level. And you can see the climate shift, you can see what happened in Tornado Alley and things like that. When them tornadoes coming through now and they lifting up the planes and they leveling and just flattening, shit out is going to increase and definitely get more. But when I go into them later segments about the conveyor belt with the ice sheet and the melting and the rapid melt of that, and then we talk about the conveyor belt shut down, then we getting into some critical things. But I'm going to bring that up later, and I'm telling you.
That's not what it is. That's sea level rise.
Miami Beach is a barrier island that is mostly just a few feet above water level.
I want y'all to hand peep some things out,
higher than they were in the past, and the risk of torrential rainstorms has worsened with climate change. All this means problems for Miami Beach infrastructure. Longtime residents have seen dramatic changes over the years.
We're constantly dealing with water all the
Craziness.
time. It could be a sunny day.
Craziness.
And we could have 2 weeks of a lot of water. And I'm not talking about a puddle here and there. Water that spans across West Avenue, where you have to slow your car.
Want y'all to peep the little, the scenes. Look it up. I mean, this is on. This is on your YouTube. This is on your joint. Type in South Florida sea level rise. Go on under. You gonna start to see these people. You gonna see these interviews. Type it in. Look it up. They got the articles out. You know what I mean?
Car down or drive to the median in the middle because you think it's a higher level so that you're not ruining your brakes.
Tides move sea levels up and down several feet in bays every day. But high tides are much higher during full or new moon periods and can be even more extreme when the planets align. Tides will increase even more as sea level rises. Seawalls can provide protection against storm surges and allow the ground level to be built up higher, improving drainage. Ben Moskoff.
Yeah, that come into spending that money, spending that bread. That's what they not trying to do. They not trying to give up. You know what I mean? Spending that bread unless you're willing to pay for it to save your own. So instead of them spending our money, the American money, to help the people, keep their stuff and live, you're going to have to pay your own if you want to stay there. Otherwise, trick people into buying some property that you know that's about to go on the water while you get low. It's crazy. You know what I mean? A lot of craziness going to happen. So you got to get right. You got to... Yeah, I mean, been prepared. If you family with me and you know me, this is things that we kicking in and we building. This is what I bring up. I bring this up. Yo, learn how to grow your own food. Learn how to storage and pack your food for longevity. So when shit get down, the first acres is, multiple. You know what I'm saying? Multiple. Make sure you got what's needed for when something, some tragedy shit happen, it's gonna be too late. I'm telling you, a lot of people, when the shit happen like that, they gonna be going because they gonna be going crazy, not knowing what the fuck to do. It is real. I'm telling you, when this shit happen and get right, shit, I know. I've been studying it, and I might be shit for a second. So imagine for motherfuckers that don't know what's going on and what's about to happen. It's going down. But like I said, man, the podcast, man, listen to the podcast. It got more of that on there. More, saying what's going on. I just wanted to get a little 1-2 in, you know what I mean? Show y'all what's up. Vibe for a minute. You feel me? It's about to come heavy. I'm about to bring it. I'm about to drop it. The next joints, I'm going into the other segments. The cats y'all know me as Blazing. We going into the medical marijuana. We going into what's going on with that. Why the THC levels and things is high with that. So we ain't gonna just stay with the weather. We gonna switch it up. We gonna get to Kush. We gonna get to the comedic views and you know what I mean, the comedic wave. I get busy either way. So stay in tune, man. Subscribe, share. Just wanted to drop a little visual from the podcast so y'all can hear and look it up and see what's going on. You dig? Always love Hotep. That's peace. You already.